All right, hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eric Brown. We're gonna have a little bit of a story time here. I recently read this book. It's called The Warrior Ethos, I know it's flipped, by Steven Pressfield, and it's a book that really gave me a look into what a warrior is and how to be a better leader and a better warrior. And I thought I would read this book and you would watch these little segments. This is a video series I really do want to do, just like the Airman of the Week. Here's the back of the book. It says, "Wars change, warriors don't. We are all warriors. Each of us struggles every day to define and defend our sense of purpose and integrity, to justify our experience on the planet, and to understand, if only within our own hearts, who we are and what we believe in. Do we fight by a code? If so, what is it? What is the warrior ethos? Where did it come from? What form does it take today? How do we and how can we use it and be true in our internal and external lives?" I recently watched this movie called 300 with my buddy, and it was pretty much the warrior ethos, or it's not, it was a true story. I don't know if it actually was a true story. Anyways, I got this book like a couple months ago. I never read it, but then I watched the movie 300 and I thought, maybe I should, hold on, let me change this. That's better. Anyways, I saw this shield and it was on the same shield that the Spartans used, and I thought that was interesting. The Spartans do not ask how many are the enemy, but where are they? That's by Plutarch, the saying of the Spartans. So I'm gonna read this first section, writing about war, and then I'm going to read each chapter, and you'll get like 30 other videos because there's 30 chapters in here. It's about 100 pages. It's a real short read. You can read it in a day if you really wanted to. Anyways, this is writing about war. I am a writer. I am about war. This is Steven Pressfield talking here. External wars and internal wars. Wars ancient and modern. Real wars out of history and unimagined wars that exist only in speculation. Why? I don't even know myself. My newest book is called The Profession. It's set a generation into the future. The Profession posits a world in which combatants serving for hire have been cut loose from the traditional rules of war and are no longer bound by the standards of honor that have governed Western armies since Troy and before. This was new territory for me. Questions of right and wrong arose that I had never considered. The subject forced me to do some hard thinking. Does a fighting man require a flag or cause to claim a code of honor? Or does a warrior ethos arise spontaneously, caused forth by the necessity and the needs of the human heart? Is honor coded into our genes? What does honor consist of in an age when the concept seems almost abandoned by society at large, at least in the West? What is the warrior ethos? Where did it come from? What form does it take today? This volume is my attempt to address these questions. The book makes no claim to provide an ultimate definitive answer. It's just one man's thoughts and observations on the subject. The warrior ethos was written for our men and women in uniform, but its utility, I hope, will not be limited to the sphere of literal armed conflict. We all fight wars in our work, within our families, and abroad in the wider world. Each of us struggles every day to define and defend our sense of purpose and integrity, to justify our existence on the planet, and to understand, if only within our own hearts, who we are and what we believe in. We are all warriors. Do we fight by a code? If so, what is it? What is the warrior ethos? How do we and how can we use it and be true to it in our internal and external lives? Part 1, Academies of War. That is all today. And you'll see more videos through this. I'm gonna rip through the book as much as I can while we have sunlight here. And yeah, I hope you like this. This is something I wanna do. I was thinking like, who the heck is gonna watch this? This isn't really for anyone. This is actually for myself to watch and look back on in case if I'm like in a rut or like if I sometimes forget what it's like to be a warrior, because I'm sure that that'll probably happen in the future. Sometimes you might just forget your place, so you need to like reset and get back into your lane. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this too, and I hope we both learn from this. Okay.